The first time when we beat them, I think by more than 20 points, our press was really, really important for us, and we turned them over a lot. They had a few injuries at the time, so they were still trying to find themselves as well. And in our second matchup, they did a really good job of kind of keeping Layla Blair off balance between trapping her and high hedging her and those kind of things to keep the ball out of her hands and not let her be the decision maker. And they put that decision making in the position of our five players and some other players like that. And so we just need to capitalize off of taking care of that this time around. Our ball screen stuff, we went back and watched the film. We saw we just made so many different rush decisions, where we should have been throwing the ball back to be able to, we have a 2-on-1 on the backside. We didn't. We were trying to force it inside. We were playing in a short shot clock all the time just because SMU come down and, 1 minute man, 1 minute zone, that kind of stuff, trying to figure things out, just too much thinking on the court. And of course, when you do all that thinking, you're not going to be good because your feet slow down. So we just have to come out and be who we are, not try to do anything other than that. The thing that I really like about our matchup with SMU is it's always that rivalry thing. So you don't have to do anything else to get your kids ready to play. They already know them. They know us. They've been high school teammates, AAU teammates, all that kind of stuff. So it's no motivational speech here. They'll be ready to go. And that's the thing I really love about this matchup.
I missed it on Wednesday. Just what are your thoughts on the senior class and what they meant to you in the program?
Chris, I can't even put it into words. When you start talking about Tatiana Hill, that holds the records for the most starts, and she didn't even start or play much as a freshman. Just her consistency, Bria Patterson being our rock and her consistency of what she does. Tierra Young coming over and adding to that flavor of what we have and being one of the dynamic scorers in person that she is. Saleha Burrell, no matter what her role was, she was always the same person, come in, always work hard and do what she needed to do to help the team win. And Brittany Onyejay, I just can't, Brittany's that fire, that energy bunny for us. And the one word I can say about all of them is being consistent. You knew what you was going to get every single day from them. You didn't have to worry about them living in their feelings. You didn't have to worry about them not coming and wanting to perform in practice, not want to perform in games, or not stepping up to any kind of challenge. You knew what you were going to get every day. And for a coach, we say it all the time, your best ability is your accountability and your dependability. And that's what I can say about these seniors.
You obviously being the leader of this program, kind of one of the goals that you guys have had for the last few years have been able to reach the NCAA tournament. Do you feel any added pressure to win the American Athletic Conference tournament so you can get that automatic bid to reach the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, we always feel that, just because, again, it's the standard of who we are. And when you come up short, it adds a little bit more pressure the year for the next year. And so we're in another spot, just like last year and the year before, where we're battling up here a little bit. But the thing that I love about it is we've shown that we can beat each and every team here. You're talking about, the Memphis lost by 1 point, or, the ECU 3 overtimes, and, the beating South Florida at their place and losing at 2 at our place. So again, no blowout games. So you're right there each and every game. So again, we love who we are, how we play. And it just gives us that added incentive to be able to understand that we can be able to go out here and take care of this tournament and win it and get to the NCAA tournament.
Going back to the last tournament, conference tournament last year, I think the team was laser focused. I'm sure you would agree with that. Do you take anything from that experience and the success you had in the tournament from last year to bring that over to this year to kind of help build on that and take that next step?
Yeah, the one thing that I know we'll talk about on practice tomorrow is just, you've done it here before. You've won, you got here, you got to the semifinals, and you played a really tough game. You had to get 2 wins last year to get to the semifinals. So again, it's 3 games for us right now. And our goal all year has been March 9th. Even from the first day of practice, we talked about March 9th. Because again, with the American, they're only going to get 1, maybe 2 depending on how it is with the NCAA tournament, because you got so many other things that play into that factor with the net and strength of schedule and things like that. But we know if you win the championship game on March 9th, it's the only guarantee that we have. So our kids knowing going in that we've been to the tournament, we've performed at the tournament, so there's no added pressure from that. And I think that's what we can pull from last year.
If I could go back to closing out games, you referenced Marcus and Reggie for the men's team. What have you seen from Layla and just your core players, Tierra, Bria, Tatiana, from them? What's your message to them in regards to making plays and taking care of the ball in those closing games moments where you have a big lead or you're coming back, just those crunch time moments?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is jobs, say, taking care of the ball with that player security of taking care of the basketball. All the rest of it, they already special. They just need to be themselves. Stay in the role. Don't try to do anything that you can't do. Don't try to be the hero person to make sure we do this or to try to make this big bucket here or try to do something that's outside of who you are. We don't need Tatiana trying to shoot a three. We don't need Bria wanting to be able to post up and be able to make all these post moves. We don't need Layla to try to come down and do something dramatic. Just be who you are, and it'll take care of itself because you've been performing for years now with who you are and as special as you are. So we don't have to have you try to be outside yourself because, again, you are enough and you're worthy of it.